White sports supporters. Well, we got the Unrivaled 101 basketball ratings, the 101 tournament basketball ratings in. And, wow, there's a real significant piece to these ratings that I think should raise a lot of eyebrows. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, all right? It was my understanding, the memo that I got, or the lecture that I got, from the legacy sports media and Angel Reese herself.
Angel Reese just got a brutal wake-up call in the top league, and the numbers don't lie. It's not pretty. Fans were expecting her to dominate, but instead, she's struggling to find her footing. The hype hasn't matched the reality, and now frustration is boiling over. What sparked her outburst? Why is she so upset? And what does this mean for the league's future? One thing's for sure. This isn't the story anyone saw coming. Stick around. This situation is about to take a wild turn.
We might have thought, maybe, that going into next year, some of the Me Too-ism within the WNBA we wouldn't have to deal with. Oh my God, those ratings for that Indiana Fever game are so good. Well, what about Me Too? Oh my God, the WNBA, nobody's been watching in the last 25 years, but we're watching now because of that one player. Well, what about Me Too?
Let's unpack this. Unrivaled just hosted its first ever one-on-one tournament, and the viewership numbers were off the charts, higher than anyone expected. But here's the kicker. Angel Reese, often touted as one of the biggest stars in women's basketball, wasn't even there. That's right, the one time she decides to sit out, fans tuned in like never before, turning it into a must-watch event. If there were a Hall of Fame for irony, this moment would deserve a bronze statue right at the front door. It's a stark reminder that the league's appeal doesn't hinge on just one player, even one as polarizing and talented as Reese. For fans and critics alike, it's a fascinating twist in the ongoing narrative of women's basketball and its rising stars.
It's because of Me Too. Now, keep in mind, the lowest rated Unrivaled game I believe I've seen this year, in fact, I think it might be the lowest too. For sure, the lowest one was an Angel Reese Rose BC game. All right? It didn't even break, I believe it was 74,000 viewers or something in that neighborhood. We're talking about a putrid rating here, right?
Let's talk numbers. They don't lie. Unrivaled's first one-on-one showdown was already creating hype, but without Angel Reese, it blew up. Record-breaking engagement, fans tuning in, social media buzzing, everything Reese claims to bring to the game. The twist, she wasn't even there. Reese might have thought the event would flop without her, believing she's the WNBA's main draw. But fans showed up for real competition, not excuses or missed shots. Turns out, the league's appeal goes beyond just one player.
Y'all told us that Angel Reese was a big reason why the ratings in the WNBA were where they were at, and it was mainly her. It wasn't really Caitlin Clark. My question is this: well, what's up in Unrivaled? Because every game that she's played in, she's had the lowest ratings. Every game she's played in has had the lowest ratings.
Oh, and here come the excuses. It wasn't the right opportunity for me, or I have bigger things to focus on. Let's be real. Angel, this wasn't about timing or priorities. You stepping into that one-on-one tournament meant risking exposure. No teammates to bail you out, no refs to sway the game, just you, another player, and a spotlight ready to reveal who really has the skills. The truth is clear. You dodged the challenge and fans noticed.
Caitlin Clark's game, who's very reminiscent of a Steph Curry based on her range and shooting the three, plus everything else she does. And then you look at Angel Reese. Stop it. Stop it. There's a dude on the internet who cracks me up. Or on TikTok. He's put together a shitload of Angel Reese clips. And it'll say Angel Reese part 36. And it goes, Angel Reese going up for another layup. She misses. Bang! And I mean, dude, it's the funniest.
Angel Reese special edition layups. Let's get bang! Fun fact, she shot 17% in the paint outside of the restricted area this year. 17, bro? Are we serious?
One-on-one is where real talent shines. No hiding, no excuses. Players like Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Plum, and Sabrina Ionescu would have dominated, hitting shots, breaking ankles, and putting on a clinic. But Angel Reese, let's be honest, she'd likely spend half the time complaining and the other half missing easy buckets. This whole situation proves what many have suspected. Reese isn't the draw she thinks she is. Fans tuned in for elite basketball, not theatrics or empty hype. And the best part? Even though she skipped it, you know she was watching, checking the numbers, scrolling through reactions, and realizing people enjoyed the game just fine without her. Ouch, that's gotta hurt.
One name that has the class on their back, there's Caitlin Clark, right? She's carrying Angel Reese and Cameron Brink like this. And then all the other rookies are just stacked on top of those two. That's how it is. I'm not even sure if carrying is the right analogy. It's Caitlin Clark, and she's dragging Angel Reese and Cameron Brink like, come on, girls. Come on. I'm looking out for you guys. We're going to get this together. Make sure we're going to do this.
Fans don't want fake tough talk or manufactured drama. They want real competition. They want to see players go head-to-head with skill, not just noise. And that's exactly what Unrivaled delivered. With Angel Reese sitting out, the event soared to new heights. The numbers don't lie. It was a hit. Turns out, Reese skipping might have been the best thing for women's basketball. Maybe she should sit out more often. Just saying. Clip 7. Oh, you've got to love it. Unrivaled's one-on-one tournament. No teams, no excuses. Just pure basketball. And guess what? Everyone's watching. Well, almost everyone. Someone decided to sit this one out. Cough, Angel Reese. Cough, she's had all the energy saying, I'm a star too. And I'm changing women's basketball. But now, the world's tuning in to see real hoops without her. Turns out, the game speaks for itself. No drama needed.
And not exporting the game overseas.
Yeah, obviously I've never been overseas and I don't ever plan on going overseas. And just talking to some of the other players, like they were like, I'd rather be here than be overseas. Like this is a breath of fresh air, and like who doesn't want to be Unrivaled? I think at a point it's going to be very hard to get in here. It's going to be hard to get in here, and luckily I was being able to be a part of the inaugural season and being able to get through everything. They've done a great job in year one already, but I mean, years down, it's going to be amazing.
Napheesa Collier, she won the inaugural 1v1 Unrivaled event, and she was speaking afterwards. She said, it just depends if the guys are willing to put their name on the line like that or not. Them dudes ain't doing it. They egos is way too big. You imagine 1v1, you getting cooked 12-0, and you lose.
Angel had her chance to show up and prove she's that player. But no, she passed. Just like defenders pass on guarding her when she's wide open from three. I get it. Maybe she didn't want to risk embarrassment or get exposed in a one-on-one setting. Or maybe, just maybe, she didn't want that smoke. But now, the spotlight's moved on and guess who's thriving? Nisa's out here stealing the show, racking up views, headlines, and moments that matter. Meanwhile, Angel's probably texting her group chat. Y'all still talking about me, right? Too bad the rest of the world has moved on.
She isn't playing in this first season of the league, but she has said she's open to playing. What is it going to take to get a Caitlin Clark to play next season?
I think everything we're doing, for Caitlin, like, I feel like it's just been such a whirlwind, like, coming from college and all that came with that to, being in her first WNBA rookie season. Like, it's just a lot to handle, and there's no break, especially for the rookies. They play for, like, 18 months straight or something crazy like that, just because going from both seasons. And so I know she really needed that little mental break from basketball for a little bit, but all we can do is show her what we have, and I think what we have here is really special, and of course we're always going to have a spot for her, and hopefully we can make it work in the future.
So Asia Wilson 1, Caitlin Clark 2, Brianna Stewart 3, Napheesa Collier 4, and Lissa Thomas at 5.
This is brutal. The same people who couldn't stop talking about Angel Reese are suddenly silent because the fans have spoken. What are they watching? The one-on-one tournament. What are they not watching? Angel Reese. It's almost too funny. The so-called face of the league is nowhere to be seen. Angel could have been there. She could have made a statement. Instead, she let the moment slip away. And now it belongs to Nisa. The views, the headlines, the spotlight, it's all Nisa's. And Angel? She's learning a tough lesson.
I really do. Let's do Angel Reese first. Seriously. So ESPN is under fire for Angel Reese's ranking. Now, I really thought this was going to be her stance. Being big mad that she did not make the top 10 last night, we chuckled, and I said, well, wait a minute now. I was told Angel Reese was like one of the absolute best players in this league. Where is she? She's MIA, missing in action from this WNBA